Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to do a nighttime smoky eye with two different lipstick looks. Thank you so much for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'm going to go ahead and get started. I already primed my skin and I used a Smashbox Photo Finish Primer, and I spritzed a little bit of this Hard Candy setting spray. I'm going to go in with my Revlon Colorstay foundation. This is in the color Ivory, and what I like to do, I like to put it on the back of my hand and just kind of warm it up a little bit. And I'm just going to dot it all over my face. I'm going to blend that out with my Real Techniques Beauty Blender. I look extremely pale, but this is my color. The good thing about the Revlon Colorstay foundation, whenever you pick out your color, that is the color that shows up on your face. This is the, I think, second to lightest color. I think the other color is either porcelain or fair, I'm not really sure, but you get the color that you choose. It does not oxidize at all, and that's what I really like about this foundation. You really have to work quickly with it because it dries down really fast. I'm going to skip my concealer because I'm going to be using a lot of black and dark brown eyeshadows, so I'm going to wait till after I get done with my eyeshadow to do my concealer. I'm going to jump into my brows, and I'm going to use my Anatasia Dip Brow in medium brown. And that through my eyebrows. I like to start at the middle to end of my eyebrows first and make my tail. Not go too far down, and then I like to just go to the front. I actually prefer the Brow Wiz by Anastasia more than this. The only thing I don't like about the Brow Wiz is when you're using the pencil, I feel like it really runs out a lot quicker than this pomade. The pomade lasts me over a year. I've had this one for a couple months now, and it's barely even gone. Don't stay on as long as the Brow Wiz is. To go in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the color Fair, and I just like to rub them out a little bit. I'll just normally dot it underneath my eyebrow. I really like to have my eyebrows microbladed. Any of you have had your eyebrows microbladed? Let me know in the comments below what your experience is, or the healing, or if it actually is worth the money. I'd really like to get them done. Take the pointy end of my beauty blender and just blend that out. I'm not going to set that with any powder. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with my Smashbox Photo Finish Lid Primer, and this is in the color Light. I'm going to go all over my lid with that. I'm going to blend that out with my finger. I'm going to set my crease to brow bone with this Too Faced Nikki Tutorials palette in the color Ivy. And I'm just going to set that from my crease to my brow bone. Take it on this medium angle fluffy brush. I'm not crazy about this Photo Finish lip primer by Smashbox. It, to me, is really drying, and it kind of cracks on my eyelids. I don't know if anybody else has had that problem, but it's not really my favorite lid primer. Normally, what I normally like using best for lip primer is concealer. Is just my Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I literally think it works actually better than this lip primer. Now that that's set, I'm going to go in with like a transition shade to start out with. I'm going to take this cool tone brown in the Too Faced palette, and I'm going to go in with my Real Techniques blending brush. I'm just going to go in on my crease with that. Just to have a transition shade to start out with, even though I'm pretty much going to be covering this up. It just kind of gives me a guideline to start out with. Kind of taking that up a little bit. Where I have hooded eyes, instead of putting it right in my crease, I kind of take it up a little bit more, a little bit above my crease, just so you can see it better. Wipe away any fallout that I have, even though it's not much. I still like to keep it clean as I go. And next, I'm actually going to do my contour before I do anything else. I'm with my Physicians Formula Matte Sculpting Bronzer. I always take the middle shade here. Take that on my medium angle brush. I really like this bronzing kit. It's really good if you have paler skin because it doesn't look muddy. And it's like the perfect shade of like a cool tone brown. And I always like to clean up my contour, even though if it doesn't really need it. I'm going to try one of my powders that I'm not really crazy about. Try something a little different. It's the NYX HD Studio Photogenic Powder, and this is extremely messy. And I don't use it as a setting powder for sure. I'm just going to put a little bit in the lid. And I'm going to take the pointy end of my beauty blender. And the thing is, it doesn't really stick. It's very fine powder. It doesn't really stick to my sponge, but I am going to try to take just a little bit of that and put it under my contour. It's so messy. And that it's a decent powder. It's just really messy. Going with a blush, and I'm going to use just as like this peachy pinky shade blush that I have here. I'm going to take that on a denser brush. I'm still going to let that powder bank underneath my contour a little bit. Set my eyebrows, and I'm going to take my NYX Brow Mascara in the color Brunette, and I'm just going to brush that through my eyebrows. I like to brush up on my eyebrows on the front, just to kind of make them look a little bit thicker, and I brush them down as I'm going towards the tail of them. I go in with my Morphe 350 palette. I'm going to go in with the darkest brown shade in this Morphe palette. And like I said, I did not do my contour. This palette does have a lot of fallout in some of the shades, so I'm just going to wait, and if I have fallout, I'm just going to brush it off and fix it with concealer. I'm going to take that dark brown shade on my Real Techniques brush. I'm going to go right on my eyelid with that. I was gonna choose like a black, but I think I like the brown a little bit better. I'm gonna brush a little bit of this fallout out. Some of these colors in this Morphe 350 palette are a lot more pigmented than others. That's one of the downfalls, and it has a lot of fallout, but other than that, it's a really good palette, and it is worth the money. I go in with this like mustardy color brown here. Put a lot. I'm just gonna go above that color to blend it in together a little bit. I'm leaving my brow bone bare because I'm going to be highlighting that with a lighter shade. I'm going to take this other blending brush and just kind of blend that out a little bit more. But I think I changed my mind on the color I'm going to use. I think I'm going to go in with this matte black shade, my Too Faced palette. It is a lot more pigmented than the dark brown in the Morphe palette. I'm going to take that on a flat brush and then go on my eyelid. This is a lot more pigmented than that dark brown shade, but it kind of all goes together, so that's good. This Too Faced palette that I'm using doesn't have as much fallout as the Morphe 350. Some of the colors in that Morphe palette don't have a lot of fallout, but then that darker brown shade really had a lot of fallout. I'm going to take my smaller Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to blend that black in with the browns I have. I'm going to take like this pinky shimmer shade in the Morphe palette, and I'm going to highlight my brow bone. I take that on my small flat brush. I'm going to dip into it first, and then I'm going to take my setting spray and spray a little bit on that. I'm going to take my Garnier Skin Active Micellar Water. I'm going to take that on a cotton pad. Just going to clean up under my eyes. I'll probably be wiping away a lot of my makeup that's under my eyes, but I'm just going to put concealer back on top of that, so it really doesn't matter. I'm going to go in with my Bye Bye Under Eye by NYX Cosmetics, and this is in the color Light. This is extremely thick concealer, but it really helps brighten your eyes up. I'll warm that up on the back of my hand. And I'm going to dot that underneath my eyes. I'm going to take a little bit of my setting spray and put it on my sponge, which that helps it where the concealer is super thick. It really helps to blend it out. I am going to take my Coty Airspun powder, and I'm going to set my concealer with that. I'm going to take it on the end of my beauty blender. Just going to set my concealer with that. I'm going to let that powder bake for a second, and I'm going to take the brush I use for my contour and wipe away underneath my contour, because I actually forgot about that. While I'm letting my under eyes bake a little bit, I'm going to go ahead and start on just a little bit of black kohl eyeliner. Take my Makeup Forever Aqua XL black eyeliner, and I need to sharpen it, so I'm going to sharpen it real quick. It really probably won't show up that much because I use such dark black, but I'm going to go right on my lash line with that. And I always feel like when I'm using my false lashes, it really helps to hide the band and blend my falsies in better when I use black eyeliner. I'm going to take this super small pointed brush. I'm going to blend that eyeliner out. While my under eyes are still baking, I'm going to curl my eyelashes a little bit. Go ahead and sweep away my powder. But before I do my mascara, I'm going to where I use a lot of powders, I'm going to use my setting spray and kind of set all the powders that I used. Before I do my mascara and eyelashes, I'm going to do my highlighter, and I'm going to try something a little bit different today. Normally I use my Balm highlighter or the highlighter in this Too Faced Nikki Tutorials palette, but I'm actually going to try this loose pigment. I think it's an eyeshadow or just a pretty much glitter pigment. It's from the brand NYX Cosmetics, and it's this really pretty champagne highlight shade. So I'm going to try to use that as a highlighter, and I don't know how it's going to go because it does have a lot of glitter in it, but I'm going to dip my brush into it just a little bit. And I'm going to spray my setting spray on that. It's definitely really glittery, but I don't hate it. For my nose highlight and stuff, I'm not going to use that. It's because it's really messy. So I'm going to go in with my Balm highlighter that I have here. It's like this really pretty gold champagne shade. I'm just going to take my finger and dip into that. And I'm just going to highlight the tip of my nose and a little bit on the bridge, just to kind of give a little glow back into my face. And my Cupid's bow. And next I'm going to go ahead and do my mascara before I do my falsies. Just going to put a little bit of a coat on there. I'm going to go in with my Salon Perfect Dim Eye Wispy Lashes. I'm just going to pop that on my eye here. I'm going to go and take my black eyeliner here, and I'm going to put that in my lower waterline. And next I'm going to go in with my smaller pointed brush I had here earlier. I'm going to go into the mustardy brown color in my Morphe palette here and take that and put it in underneath my lower lashes. I'm going to take that same brush I have, and I'm going to go into that really dark brown shade in the Morphe palette. I'm just going to go on my outer and just deepen that up a little bit. I'm going to take my Real Techniques brush here, and I'm going to blend that out. I'm going to take my mascara and coat my bottom lashes. And next I'm going to do my lipstick, which I'm going to be doing 2 different lipsticks. And first I'm going to do like a nude shade, which would go really good with this smoky eye. I'm going to take this mauve nude shade from the brand Mellow, and it's in the color Posh, and I'm going to pop that all over my lips. And to make that even more nude, I'm going to go in with my NYX Lingerie lipstick in the color Baby Doll, and I'm going to pop that all over. Here is Lip Look 1 with this. I really like this lipstick look with this smoky eye. It really makes the attention go on your eyes. Look 2, I'm going to take my micellar water and I'm going to wipe that lipstick off. I love the Garnier micellar water. It's so good. It really takes your makeup off. For Lip Look number 2. I love this combination. Both of these are the NYX Liquid Lip Suedes, and this is in the color Sandstone and this is in the color Amethyst. And what I like to do is I like to kind of outline my lips with this Amethyst color. It's a gorgeous dark deep purple shade, and I'm just gonna put that kind of outline my lips a little bit with it. And now I'm going to take the color Sandstone and pop that in the center. That together within the purple. And it creates this really pretty purple ombre color. I really like this. You can keep building this and making it lighter if you want to. And to make it more ombre, I'm going to pop that the Lingerie lipstick by NYX in the color Baby Doll. I'm going to pop that more in the center. I'm going to blend that out with my finger. Here is lipstick number 2. I really like, this is my choice of lip for this look. I really like it. Guys, so much for watching my video today. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you leave, and I'll see you in my next video.